A glimpse beyond the veil, a journey to heaven. David never feared death, yet when it finally arrived, he felt a momentary pang of uncertainty. The world around him faded, his body grew weightless, and then, in an instant, he was no longer confined by the earthly realm. He opened his eyes to find himself standing in a vast expanse of light, not blinding, but warm, golden, and alive. It was as though the light itself was welcoming him. There was no pain, no fear, only a sense of completeness he had never known before. The gate of pearl. Before him, a magnificent gate stretched beyond his sight, made entirely of glowing pearl. The texture was unlike anything on earth, soft, yet unbreakable, radiating divine beauty. The gate was not locked. Rather, it seemed to wait expectantly. A figure approached him, robed in dazzling white, his face gentle yet powerful. Though David had never seen him before, he knew instantly. This was an angel. "Welcome," the angel said with a voice like the sound of a rushing river, deep and melodic. "You have finished your journey. Come, enter the kingdom prepared for you since the beginning of time." With that, the gate opened effortlessly, revealing a realm so beautiful that David could scarcely take it in. The streets of gold. David stepped forward and gasped. Beneath his feet, the streets were like pure gold, yet they were unlike any metal he had ever seen. They shone with a heavenly glow, smooth yet soft, almost as if he were walking on light itself. Each step filled him with energy, as though heaven's very ground was alive with joy. Towering structures stretched towards the sky, crystal-like mansions of breathtaking splendor, reflecting the colors of the eternal day. The air itself was alive, filled with a fragrance that could only be described as divine. From the distance, he heard something, a chorus of voices. It was not just singing, it was worship, rich and pure, filling the heavens with praises. Suddenly, he realized something extraordinary. He could understand the words, though they were sung in no earthly language. It was as if his soul itself comprehended the melody. Looking around, David saw people, countless souls, dressed in white robes, radiant with eternal joy. They were laughing, embracing, worshiping, and living in perfect harmony. Reunion with loved ones. Then, from the crowd, a familiar figure stepped forward. David, his breath caught in his throat. It was his grandmother, the woman who had prayed for him so often in life. Her face, no longer worn with age, glowed with youthful joy. Her eyes sparkled with the same love he had known as a child. "Oh, my boy," she said, embracing him. Her touch was real, warm, full of life. "You've made it home." Tears welled in his eyes, not of sadness, but of overwhelming joy. More figures appeared. Friends, family members, people he had lost long ago. They ran to greet him, their laughter ringing like music. "David, I've been waiting for you," one of his childhood friends said, embracing him. They spoke, they reminisced, yet there was no sorrow for the past, only pure, boundless joy. The river of life. As he walked through heaven's expanse, David's eyes were drawn to the most magnificent sight yet, a river. It was unlike any water on earth. It shimmered like liquid crystal, flowing from the throne of God itself. The river pulsed with life, radiating purity beyond comprehension. On either side of the river stood towering trees with leaves that glowed like emeralds. The trees bore fruit, large, golden, and radiant. The air around them was filled with the fragrance of life itself. "What are these?" David asked, turning to his grandmother. She smiled. "The tree of life. Its fruit is for the healing of the nations." Reaching up, David plucked one of the fruits. The moment it touched his lips, a warmth filled his being. Joy, love, strength beyond human understanding. Every longing, every desire, every question he had ever carried faded into contentment. The throne of God. As he followed the river, he saw it, the source of the light. At the highest point in the heavenly city stood the throne of God, radiating a brilliance beyond the sun. From it flowed the river, cascading like a waterfall of light. The colors surrounding it were indescribable, hues unseen by earthly eyes, a spectrum of divine glory. And then, the voice came. It was not just heard, it was felt, resonating in every fiber of his soul. It was mighty like thunder, yet gentle like a whisper. "David, my son." He fell to his knees, overwhelmed by love, He wept. You have finished the race. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. David could not speak, but he did not need to. Every answer, every longing, every question melted away in the presence of God. He felt an embrace, not physical, but deeper than anything he had known. This was home. This was eternity, the everlasting kingdom. As the days passed, though time did not seem to exist in the way it did on earth, David explored heaven's wonders. He saw mountains bathed in golden light, valleys filled with flowers that sang in harmony, and vast landscapes stretching beyond sight, all filled with God's glory. He met saints and prophets, Moses, David, Paul. They were not distant, untouchable figures. They were alive, laughing, rejoicing, welcoming him as a brother in Christ. There was no night. The Lord himself was the light, filling every corner with radiance. There was no pain, no sorrow, no regret, only joy, only love, only worship. David knew one thing for certain. He would never again long for anything, for in the presence of God, he was whole. Heaven was more than a place. It was life itself, and it would never end. Please, like, comment, and subscribe to help us grow our Christian channel.